Hello friends, welcome to the Zeta Online Science Academy. Today we are going to start second chapter of O-Level series 5070 according to the syllabus 2023, 24 and 25. If you are new at our channel, then kindly subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you get the notification of every video. So let's start the video. In the previous chapter, we discussed states of matter, that was solid, liquids, and gases. In this chapter, we will discuss categories of matter, that are atoms, elements, compounds, and mixture. Categories of matter. 2.1 Elements, compound, and mixture. In this content, we have to only describe the difference between elements, compounds, and mixture. Before describing the difference between these substances, I want to discuss them separately so that you get an idea what are these substances. Elements. Elements are pure substances. Before moving further, I want to describe this term pure. What is mean that pure? It always remains ambiguous for science students because in local term it has an other meaning, and in scientific term it has other meanings. For example, in local term we can see that this milk is pure, while according to the scientific term or specifically chemistry, milk can never be pure, can never be pure. What is mean that? Then what is a pure substance? A pure substance will contain only a single substance, will contain only a single substance. While in milk along with water, the liquids of proteins, fats, and other essential diets are present. That's why milk is impure. I hope this is clear now. If a substance consists of single substance, if a matter consists of single substance, it will be pure. Either it is an element or a compound, but it should be a single substance. Now come to the definition of element. Elements are pure substances composed of only single type of atoms having same atomic number. This is first term. Atom should be single type of, and they should have same atomic number. The second term is they cannot be split into simpler substances by chemical means or by passing electricity. It means that we cannot break down elements very easily. Break down very easily uh, because these are very pure substances, pure matter. For example, iron, gold, mercury, zinc, magnesium, all these are examples of elements. If I give you a question, then a question, these some substances are present, some substances are present. Which one will be element? Which one will be element? This is also an atom, and this is also an atom. So your answer should be this is an element and this is also an element, because they are composed of single type of atoms. Because they are composed of, while it contains two type of atom, this substance is not an element. We are using the term atom. What is meant by that? What is atom? Atom is actually the smallest part of an element that can take part in a chemical reaction. Atom is the smallest part of an element that can, it means that if we describe some chemical reactions, we use atoms there, not elements, because these this is atom is smallest part of an element. It means that we can say that if it is part of an element, it will also contribute all the properties of element. So we can say that here elements are reacting with each other instead of atoms. Atom is smallest part of an element that can take part in a chemical reaction. How we represent elements? Elements are represented by symbols. These symbols are actually show one atom of an element. If here are rules how we give them symbols. If a symbol consists of a single letter, it would be capitalized. We gave the symbol on by using the name of the compound. The name should be can be in italic language. Sorry, my bad. The name can be of Greek language, Latin language, or an English language. If it is consists of single letter, it would be capitalized. If symbols consist of two letters, the first letter will be capitalized and the second letter will be small. For example, here you can see this is an example of iron. This is symbol of copper. This is symbol of silver. This is symbol of gold. This is symbol of tin, and this is symbol of zinc. Here you can see that if symbol consisting two letters, the first letter is capital and the second one is small. If it consists of a single word like oxygen, it would be capitalized. Like hydrogen, it would be capitalized. At this time, only 92 naturally occurring elements are present, while 119 elements are discovered so far. I hope you have an idea now what are elements. Now move toward the term compound. What is mean that? Compound is also a pure substance that contains two or more elements or atoms chemically combined in a fixed ratio. Here two terms are highlighted. The first one is chemically combined and the second one is fixed ratio. If a substance is combining chemically, it means that a chemical change will occur and the properties of a substance will change from its constituents, and we cannot get back into simple substances very easily. The second is fixed ratio. Elements or atoms should always combine in a fixed ratio. If we take water from lakes, from tape, you can ignore the impurities, river, sea, or from anywhere, it will always contain two hydrogen and one oxygen. This ratio 2:1 is fixed for a compound. We cannot change it. If we change it, the compound will be changed into an other substance, and it will have totally different properties. Like this compound is not water, this is hydrogen peroxide, and it has totally different properties from water by adding only one more oxygen atom. For example, water, carbon dioxide, hydrogen chloride, all these are examples of compound. Here water H2O, while carbon dioxide CO2, hydrogen chloride HCl. You can see that here more than two elements are present that are combined chemically. Representation compounds are represented by chemical formulas. For example, H2O, CO2, HCl. How we will write these chemical formulas, we will discuss it later in topics ionic compounds and in covalent compounds. How we name these elements and how we will write their formulas, we will discuss it in very detail. We will discuss it in very detail. Now you have to remember only that compounds can be represented by chemical formula. For example, H2O, CO2, HCl. What is the term molecule? Actually, as same as the way elements have the smallest unit, which is said to be called an atom. Similarly, compounds have the smallest unit that shows all the properties of a compound. That smallest unit of compound is molecule or its formula unit. We use the term molecule for covalent compounds, while we use the term formula units for ionic compounds. What is meant by covalent compounds and ionic compounds, we will discuss it later. Here I can ask from you a question. Distinguish an element and compound. Here are some substances. Here are some substances. Which one is compound and which one is element? You can answer it very easily. It contains same type of atom. It also contains a single atom, means same type of atom. So these two are elements, while the one which consists of two atoms or two different substances, it would be a compound. I hope this is clear. Now, these are chemically bonded with each other. Now, what the term is mixture? What is meant by that? Actually, mixture is also combination of elements or compounds But this mixing is physical mixing without a fixed ratio. We can change the ratio of its components very easily, and because no chemical, because they are mixing physically, it means that no chemical change will occur. If no chemical change occur, it means that it retain the properties of their components. No chemical change. Combination of two or more substances that can be elements or compounds that are physically mixed without a fixed ratio. It means that we can increase or decrease the ratio, the amount of one component or an other component. For example, air is also a mixture of gases. As we move in the upward in the atmosphere, we can see that the concentration of gases changes, but it's still a mixture. Air is mixture because gases oxygen, nitrogen, or these gases are present in its pure form. If it would be combined, these two gases react with each other and it forms some compound. Similarly, seawater is also a mixture of water and some salts present in it. The solutions, these are also mixture of solids, liquid, and gases. The cold drink we drink is also a mixture. And this is an example of solution. Solution can be a mixture of liquid and in liquids, gases and gases, solids and in solids. We will discuss in detail in later chapters. Allies. Allies is also a mixture of solid substances. For example, in exams, it comes often question where the names of some allies are given and we have to distinguish only that either it is a mixture or compound or something or an element. Allies. Allies are example is the mixture of solid substances. It means that if some solid substances, solid metals combine with each other physically, they impart their properties more effectively. Brass is a mixture of copper and zinc. Bronze is a mixture of copper and tin. Steel is a mixture of carbon and iron. Solder is a mixture of lead and tin, while stainless steel is a mixture of copper, iron, and chromium. I hope so. You have get an idea what are elements, compounds, and mixtures. If I gave you an example, distinguish element, compound, and mixture. What will be element, compound, and mixture? While this shows an atom and this is also an atom. You can simply distinguish that it consists of same atom. It means it is an element. It consists of uh, different atoms. It's a compound. And these two substances here, elements and compounds, are mixed with each other. This will be a mixture. There is no chemical bonding between these two substances. They are physically mixing. Now come to the difference between elements, compounds, and mixture. First, one is composition, which we discussed it very in detail. Composition, pure elements are pure substances that consist of same type of atom. Compounds are also pure substances. These are why these are pure, because after combining they become a new substance. They does not retain the properties of elements or compounds. Two or more different types of atom, while mixture are impure substances. They are formed by physically mixing of two or more substances. The second term is chemical bond. In elements, elements are also hold together by bonds. These bonds can be ionic and covalent. We will discuss in detail chemical bonds in this chapter later. They also compounds also form chemical bond for retaining their stability with atoms. While in mixture, no chemical bond is formed because no chemical change occurs. No chemical change occur. If we see the properties, the elements shows unique physical and chemical properties. In physical properties, it comes melting points, boiling points, density. In chemical properties, reactivity comes unique and physical. It means that every element will have a different melting point, will have a different boiling point, will have a different density that make them unique from one another. Unique from one and other. In compounds also show different properties from its constituents, from its atom. Let's give an example. H2 hydrogen is a flammable substance, while oxygen it help in flaming, help in burning, help in flaming. When these two substances mixed with each other, they form a compound H2O. H2O is a substance which is used to overcome fire, It means that it is not flammable. While its constituents, one is flammable, other is helps in flaming. While H2O is helping to stop flaming. Here you can see the difference is how they differ in properties. Similarly, we can see one more example so that you become more clear. NaCl, it is a salt that we use in cooking. It is almost present in every home. While if we see sodium, it is highest reducing substance. And chlorine, it is a poisonous substance, while salt has none of these properties. Now, if we talk about mixture shows the properties of their compounds. If we mix physically water and sugar, it will be a mixture. In this mixture, it shows both the properties of sugar. The sweetness comes from sugar, and water also retain its properties. I hope this is clear now. If you have any question, you can ask me in comments. Separation. Separation. Elements cannot be separated by chemical means. Sorry, here is written physical by mistake. I will correct it in notes. Element cannot be separated by chemical means. It can be, however, it can be separated some physical means like distillation. it can be separated from other compounds by using these methods. It should be keep in mind elements cannot be separated as it is. If we want to separate compound and element, then we use such kind of techniques that we study later. Compounds, these can be separated by chemical means, by passing electricity with the phenomena of electrolysis. For example, if we pass H2O into a uh, into the process of electrolysis, it will convert into H2 and O2. While mixture, these can be separated by simple physical techniques into its components because they are mixed physically. Representation elements are represented by symbols. We discussed it in detail. While compounds, these are also represented by chemical formulas. Mixture not have specific term that, however, we can say that this mixture is solution, but we did not use any specific term for the representation of mixtures. Now the terms come homogeneity. Homogeneity means single phase. They are made up of same atoms. It means that they are uniform throughout. If they are uniform, it means that they are homogeneous. They are residing in a single phase. Compounds are also homogeneous in nature, while mixture can be homogeneous or heterogeneous in nature. What is its means? Here is a jug of water and you put some sugar in it. After some time, you will not be able to distinguish where is sugar and where is water. These two are mixed completely and came in a single phase. This is mean that they are homogeneous. If you mix sand and water, you can easily distinguish where sand is present and where water is present. It means these two have two different phases. If different phases are present, the substance will be heterogeneous in nature. Let's do some practice. So that the one thing I want to clear, we discuss all these properties, their introduction, only because we become able to differentiate elements, compound, and mixture very easily. Here is a question: which diagram shows the arrangement of particles inside a balloon consisting of mixture of gases, nitrogen, and oxygen? We have to find mixture. This is our question. What is key? This is showing nitrogen atom and this is showing oxygen atom. If we see here, oxygen always exists in diatomic form, and nitrogen also exists in diatomic form, that is N2. If you see that here two different substances are present, one is oxygen and nitrogen, it means that this substance is not a mixture. Can be a compound because these substances are combined with each other. Here we can also see that this is an element and this is also an element, and these two are mixed together it can be a mixture, because these two substances are mixed chemically with each other. Here, two different substances are present, but these two substances are not mixed closely, mixed with each other. Therefore, it cannot be a mixture. Here we can see that here single atoms are present. Single atom, while mixture is formed by mixing up elements and compounds. So this is also not a mixture. So our correct option will be C. Let's move towards the next question. Here in this question, the examiner is asking which diagrams shows a mixture of one element and one compound. It means that a mixture contains one element. If one element, same atoms should be present, and in other words, if it is a compound, then a different elements should be present, and these should be present in one container. Here we can see that in first substance, same substances are present. It cannot be a compound. It cannot be a mixture. Here we can see same atoms are present. It cannot be a mixture. Here we can see that also only same atoms are present. This is also not a mixture. This is also elements. This can be a mixture of different elements. Sorry, this can be a mixture of different elements. But what examiner is asking, find the mixture that contains one element and one compound. If we see in this diagram, this substance consists of two atoms. It means that it is compound, and this is element because it consists of same atom. It means that our correct and desired option is D. I hope this is clear. Now move further. Which one of the following represents a compound? Sorry. Which one of the following represents a compound? Just a moment, so that we come. Yes. Which one of the following is a compound? I hope this is our question. Represents a compound. For identification of compounds, we have to simply see that which substance consists of two different atoms. Here, same atoms are present. It can be a mixture, but it cannot be a compound. Here, different substances are present, and it can be a compound. Here, these substances does not combine to each other chemically while these are mixing physically. It can be a mixture of monoatomic atoms like monoatomic elements like noble gases, etc. But it is a mixture. Here, same atoms are present. It is an element. So our desired option will be B, where substance consists of compound. Let's move towards the next question. Which row is correct? We have to distinguish elements, compounds, and mixture. Graphite means carbon, and iron. This option is correct. These both are elements. If we see elements, here is graphite, and here is also this option can be correct. Here is iron present, while here is water present. It means that this option is correct. Here water present and methane, these both are compounds. This option is also. Now we have to identify only between these two options. And now comes to the compounds. Here methane is present. Methane is also a compound, and water is also a compound. So this can be a correct option. Here sand is present. Sand is SiO2. This is also a compound. Water, this is also a compound. It means that that can be a correct option. So now the decision will be decision will up to a mixture. Here air is a mixture while copper is not a mixture, it's an element. It means that this option is wrong. So our correct option will be B. We can also tell you other option. Methane, you can see here methane is a compound, but graphite is a element. Air is a mixture and graphite is an element. Here air is a mixture, brass is also a mixture. Here iron is an element and brass is a mixture. So our correct our desired and correct option is B. Let's practice one more question. Which one of the following we have to make it somewhat low. Which one of the following represents the specific term? Which one is a monoatomic gas? A mono, what is mean by term monoatomic? It means that it consists of only a single atom. We can see in this diagram this substance is consisting of a single atom. So our option will be Q is a monoatomic gas. A metallic element, we can skip it now because we did not discuss the type of elements that are metals. We will discuss it later. A compound, you can see this substance consists of different atoms. It means that this is compound. So our option S is a compound. What is meant by a diatomic gas? Oh, sorry, this is also a compound, but is this consists of only two atoms? It consists of only two atoms, so it would be a diatomic gas, and it would also be a compound. Here a water is present, you know that, because it consists of three atoms, and uh, and two different atoms are present, so it can be a water, I can guess, and it can be a compound. So our correct option for compound will also be P, because S is also a compound and P is also, these both are also compound. If we distinguish in compounds, then it will be a diatomic compound and it would be a triatomic compound. This option, this is triatomic compound and this is diatomic compound or diatomic molecule. Distinguish water. Here I see that because it consists of three atoms, we can see oxygen is combined with two hydrogen atom and constitute a water. So the option will be is also a water. Here and the option is methane gas. Methane gas, the formula of methane is CH4. It means that with one carbon atom, four different four hydrogen should be attached. So this will be correct option R. Or R is also a compound. I hope this is clear. That is all about our today's topic. I will put the links in I will also share the notes in description. If you want to download, you can download.